It's 7:10 a.m.
It's 7:10 a.m.
Time to wakey wakey and time for bakey.
Time to wakey wakey and time for bakey.
Get ready for your host with more.
Get ready for your host with more.
Mr. Brian Brown.
Mr. Brian Brown.
It's 7:10 a.m.
It's 7:10 a.m.
Que la roja pichuela y guandules no viene ligado igualito que yuca. Ese pelo que él tiene tan lindo, no venga a pensar que eso es una peluca. Tiene cotorra perico, yo tengo cotorra, tú tienes la cuca. Está claro en el ring, en el piso yo quien te
No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que
Good morning. How's everyone doing on this 7:10 a.m. wakey, guys? Right here. There we go. That's better. We'll put it right there. Wakey. Good morning, guys. Wakey. Blah. It's an early morning, guys. Welcome one, welcome all to 7:10 a.m. The only 7:10 a.m. marijuana-based morning show that you've ever heard of, guys. That's right. We are live, and today is Fantastic Friday, and I'm excited, guys. I love Fridays. I got one more day of work for me, and then I get Sunday off. So Friday is an exciting day. How's everyone doing out there this morning, guys? Got a whole mess of people up in the house. Good morning. How you doing, Teresa Deller? Good morning. Friday fun days. What's going on your side of town? What's the rumors? What's the innuendo going on down there? Anything exciting happen on the west side? I think that would be the west side of town. Yeah, because the south side would be like where Chevron is and all that. Anyway, enough about the weird locations of Needles. After all, it is a 2-mile town, if you will. Good morning. Okay, let's do roll call this morning, guys. I can see a bunch of messages up in here. Let's get up in here this morning. Get it started right. We're starting out with Merlin Public Media. Mike Means in the house. Good morning. Matt Workman. No one outworks the Workman, guys. He had some exciting news. He gets to meet somebody cool. Hopefully he shares that with us. Lonnie is in the house, my buddy. Hey, Lonnie, have you been watching Ahsoka? What do you think of that last episode that dropped? Oh, man. Rosie G. Also, Lonnie, what do you think about CM Punk getting fired? Wanted to ask you that, too. Rosie Key, good morning. What do you think, Rosie, about CM Punk getting fired? Oh, she's like, I don't know who that is. Rosie, good morning. How are you? Oh, Teresa Deller, good morning. Good morning. Chantel, good morning. Fight for Freedom, how are you? How are you? Supernova Mike, good morning. Good morning. Carolyn, good morning. How are you? How's that weather up there? I bet you this place is beautiful right now. Man, we're still in a little bit of a heat. Excuse me. Oh man, sneezer. Um, that would have been a cool screen grab to get me going. Uh, you think? Oh my God, I don't have Disney Plus, and I think WWE should hire CM Punk. Oh man, I'm sorry. What's going on, Carolyn? How you doing? Oh, we're here for you. We're definitely here for you. Whatever you need, let us know. I'm sorry you're not doing so hot. That always sucks. That always sucks. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Teresa Deller. It's Rosie's hair, man. Rosie has so much freaking, she sheds so much that sometimes I feel like I'm allergic to it, even though I'm not. Like it just gets so much into my, good morning, Harley. Good morning. What? That's shitty. That's way shitty. Oh man, especially all the other BS you've gone through. Man, that's shitty. You know what that just means, Carolyn? That just means there's something better out there for you, honestly. And I hate to be that guy because I'm not that guy. I'm not Mr. Positive. Anyone who knows me knows I'm not the cups half full kind of guy. I'm the cups half empty guy. But I've learned in my old age that you know what? Life is like a river and it's going to flow. It's going to flow regardless of what you do. And if you guys have ever floated down a river, you know the best way to do is just float. You can navigate a little bit, but you know, it's not a huge river. So you can navigate from side to side, maybe avoid some rocks, that kind of stuff. But the river is going to take you where the river is going to take you. And that's in life. You know what? We get these moments that really suck, but give it 2 weeks, give it 3 weeks, give it a month, and all of a sudden, new doors open, things open. And you know, what is it? The master weaver is what they call the universe God. He's weaving stuff right now. And you may not see that he wove you into something, but then all of a sudden, your dream job, the job that you wanted, pops open in 2, 3 weeks and things get better. And I know I've had people tell me this shit before, and you're just like, as they're telling you. But you know what? A little positivity, Carolyn. You know, yeah, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. It's frustrating. You got to get through that part of it, but you're gonna be okay. And we got your back. We definitely got your back. All right. All right, guys. What else we got cooking? Let me see. I got things are cooking here. Hang on. Yep, here we go. So this is Friday. It's Friday. Got our segments. I had to upload very quickly this morning. Man, I did not want to wake up this morning, guys. I think I'm burned out. I think starting to spread myself a little thin, but we're getting caught up. We're doing the thing. Everything's going good, guys. Hey, Honey Nut Heroine. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, back to retro. Speaking of back to retro, let's do this real quick, guys, because I've kind of not did him justice. Back to retro has put together an awesome giveaway for all of us, guys. All of us over here at the Daily Dank and Back to Retro Mod Squad, guys. So check this out. He is donating. He's putting up a one of one McFarlane toys. Now, why do I call this a 101? Because this is custom painted. This is painted by the bearded geek himself, guys. There's not going to be another one exactly like this anywhere. So this is a one-on-one, guys. So let's check this out. This is General Zod, guys. McFarlane toy, one of one, custom painted. Back to retro. We'll see if he'll initial it with his for the artist thing, guys. Yeah, look at that, guys. This thing is beautiful. Look at the detail on that. So what do you need to do to win this luxury item, guys? You need to jump over on the mod squad. Give them a like. Give them a, hey, what's up? Give them a hashtag daily dank, hashtag mod squad. Either one of those are good. Then you're going to jump back on our page, guys. And if you haven't liked it, like it by now. And then you're going to put hashtag mod squad on this one as well. And that's going to get you entered to win. Yeah, look at this thing, man. This thing is freaking nice. He does such good work over there. Look at that. You know, some time and energy went into that, guys. You know you want this. So go blow up the mod squad, hashtag daily dank over there so they know that we're coming. We're coming in force, guys. So go throw up old age. Oh, thanks Mike Means. It is General Zod from Superman. So this is if you've seen the latest Superman, I know he looks a little different. General Zod is Superman's arch nemesis, whatever. They're both from planet Krypton, but Zod wants some different stuff. Zod wants some different stuff. He wants to take over Earth and make it Krypton. Superman has to fight him. They battle it out. You should see the Batman I did. I want to see it, man. Send that over to me. Yeah, very, very cool, guys. Get in on that giveaway. All right. Yeah, one last look at it there. Nice. All right. No, he looks different ever. No, oh duh. Oh man. All right, guys, let's get into this today. Yeah, you know what? We'll do a little today in history. Where am I at here? All right. Today in history. That song freaking racks through my head all day after I hear it. All right, guys. Today in history is going to be for September 8th. Can you believe? It's already September 8th, guys. Somebody's got a birthday coming up. Is it Chris Zucchini? Chris Zucchini got a birthday coming up. Is it September 11th? Somebody who was born on September 11th. Somebody was. Somebody's got a birthday coming up. I do the same with figures. Watch Chris for cosplay ideas. Bet the war is still ending. Sometimes I forget there is a war, Matt Workman. I'm like, what war is he talking about? Oh, shit, that war. That's still going on. All right, guys, let's get into today in history, guys.
Today in history, a journey through time where legends are born and secrets intertwine. Join us at 7:10 a.m. for all to see as we unravel the histories from our history.
All right, guys, here we go. What did I think of the Flash movie? You know what? As a one-off, it was pretty good. I liked it. I thought it was decent. I don't know if you're building a franchise around Ezra Miller or just that whole thing. I think James Gunn just kind of inherited what he got, did the best of it. I enjoyed it. I didn't hate it. I thought it was good. Again, it was more of a one-off, but I did like that the ending, how they open up the whole universe. No spoilers, but how they open up the whole universe to different stuff. All right, let's get into today in history, guys. I think we got a good one. Let's see. Today in history, we got a big birthday, guys. The biggest birthday of them all today. King Richard I, King of England. 1157 he was born. Not the time, that's the date, guys. 1157. And he died in 1199. 41 years old. Old King Richard I. Somehow I think he was inbred. I'm just gonna take a guess and probably say he was inbred. Or his kids were inbred. Somebody was inbred. All right. Ruby Bridges, American civil rights activist, was born today. In 1941, American Senator Bernie, Bernie Sanders was born today, guys. Patsy Cline was born in 1932. Peter Sellers, British actor, was born. And then Antoine Davic, Bohemian composer, was born today. On today in history, guys, in 2022, 1 year ago, after more than 7 decades on the British throne, Elizabeth II died at the age of 96. Her eldest son became King Charles III. In 2015, American comedian Stephen Colbert debuted as The Late Show, replacing David Letterman, and it sucked ever since. German filmmaker Leni Riefenstahl, who was perhaps the finest and most influential female director in the 20th century, but her association with Adolf Hitler made her almost as much as revealed as admired. Died at age 101. Wow. So a woman filmmaker was considered the finest and most influential female director of the 20th century, but she had a relationship, an association with Adolf Hitler. And I wonder if she made those propaganda films. Oh man, 1998. Mark McGuire of the St. Louis Cardinals. I remember this specifically. Broke Roger Maris's 1961 record for the most home runs in a regular professional baseball season by hitting his 62nd home run. He ended up finishing with 70. I remember him and Sammy Sosa were in that race. That was honestly, man, steroids, no steroids, whatever. That's what brought baseball back to the forefront, man. Was that home run race? I still remember this to this day, and I give those two guys a pass, Sosa and McGuire, but I won't give Bonds a pass because he's an asshole. But anyway, Richard Nixon, 1974, who had resigned the U.S. presidency on August 8th, was pardoned by his successor, Gerald Ford. The first episode of sci-fi series Star Trek aired in American television today, guys. 1960, the psychological thriller Psycho, directed by Alfred Hitchcock and based on real-life serial killer Ed Gein, was released in American theaters. It became a classic, especially known for the scene where Janet Leigh's character is murdered in the shower. At the end of World War II in 1945, the first U.S. troops entered the Korean Peninsula south of the 30th parallel to receive the Japanese surrender. North of the parallel, Japanese troops surrendered to Soviet forces. German and Finnish armies began a siege in Russia that lasted 872 days. Man, Russia's always at war. The American company 3M began marketing transparent adhesive tape that later became known as Scotch tape. That was in 1930. Nice. British actor Peter Sellers, who portrayed the astonishing range of characters, was perhaps best known for Inspector Jacques Cousteau in the Pink Panther films. He was born. American troops commanded General Nathaniel Greene defeated British forces under Lieutenant Colonel Alexander Stewart in the Battle of Eutaw Springs during 1781 American Revolution. 1664, the part of the Anglo-Dutch Wars, the Duke of York, later James II, took the city of New Amsterdam and whose name was changed to New York. I'm so confused on that. 1664. What's your guys' favorite Anglo-Dutch war battle? And then in 1504, Michelangelo the David was unveiled in the Piazza della Signora in Florence, considering a masterpiece. The sculpture is one of the defining works of the Renaissance period. Yeah, when I was in film school, we'd had to do an art class, art history class. And they talked about the Renaissance. That was like a big period we had to cover. And it was, what are you doing, Rosie? What are you doing? It was huge, especially David. David is that sculpture. I mean, anytime you see anything about Italy and stuff, that comes up. There was another one. I believe it was Michelangelo, not the Ninja Turtle, the artist. I believe he did one, a sculpture, and it was a man sitting, and it looks so real that he had the chip take a chip out of its foot so he would know it was a statue and it wasn't a man that stood up. And that's a man, those guys were so detailed. That Renaissance period for art. Woo, what amazing. Only 3 thumbs. Give me a thumbin', guys. Who wants to give me an old thumbin'? Everything on a coin flip. Harvey Dent. It's Star Trek Day. It is Star Trek Day. All right, guys. Let's see what we got. You know what? Let's get into I'm going to be watching this with you for the first time. I've never heard it. I've never seen it. I let Stoney Anderson loose, guys, for we're going to bring you your blunt news. This is going to be a daily little segment, a little 3-minute segment. We're bringing all your cannabis news to you guys. I have not checked this, which I think is going to be hilarious. So Stoney Anderson wrote his own script. I did not double check it. I did not do anything. You know, we're going to get some dailydank.com commas in there. So, all right, guys, here's Stoney Anderson with your morning blunt
It
news.
seems California is looking to spice things up with a bill to legalize marijuana cafes. Imagine sipping on a latte with a side of your favorite cannabis-infused snack. This bill could allow dispensaries to serve non-cannabis food and drinks, a big step to diversify the marijuana industry. And let's not forget about the Indian tribe in North Carolina that's voted to legalize marijuana, going against the grain in an otherwise anti-cannabis state. Now that's some high-level defiance. Moving on, it's getting trippy in California, where a bill to legalize psychedelics has passed the final Senate vote. Soon, California might be the place to go for more than just the Golden Gate Bridge in Hollywood. Over in Alabama, marijuana regulators are prepping for a showdown with legal challengers over the state's licensing process. The outcome could potentially impact the future of the state's cannabis industry. Turning our gaze to the East Coast, the New York Senate Marijuana Committee is scheduling a hearing to iron out the kinks in the legalization rollout. Meanwhile, studies are showing that medical marijuana patients are experiencing a significantly improved quality of life with lower pain and anxiety levels and less depression. It seems like a green thumb might be the key to a happier life. Speaking of green thumbs, the USDA is working on a new hemp handbook and rebuilding a post-prohibition seed bank. This could be a game changer for the hemp industry, but the green news doesn't stop there. Further studies show that psilocybin is associated with significantly reduced symptoms of major depression after just 1 dose. It seems like Mother Nature might be holding the key to our mental health. However, it's not all sunshine and rainbows in the world of cannabis. A recent study has found that 9 out of 10 illicit marijuana samples contain pesticides, a stark contrast to regulated products. It's a harsh reminder that it's always better to stick to the legal stuff. Finally, let's talk about perceptions. A recent Gallup poll shows that Americans view marijuana as safer than alcohol and cigarettes. It seems the tides are changing, with more and more Americans lighting up the green instead of tobacco. This shift in perception is reflected in the numbers, with half of American adults having tried marijuana and cannabis use now surpassing tobacco smoking. In the end, the world of cannabis is ever evolving. Whether it's the legalization of marijuana cafes or the Indian tribe in North Carolina taking a stand, change is in the air. And as always, we'll be here to keep you updated. This is Stoney Anderson signing off on another episode of this morning's Blunt News, brought to you by the Healing Center of Needles. Stay safe, stay informed, and most importantly, stay lit.
Yeah, you know what, man, that was some interesting stuff. So, mushrooms are making their way through the Senate, guys. California, pretty soon they probably are going to be legal. What is it? Oregon and another state, I believe, have already legalized them through dispensaries and that kind of thing. Man, mushrooms aren't for me. I've tried them, and I feel like I go down like a freaking sack of potatoes. So they're not really for me, but I mean, man, they do help a lot of people, and that kind of stuff. I think at least Stoney isn't as dull as Aurora. What? Stoney actually is pretty. I like Stoney. Sometimes I forget Stoney is, isn't stony, if you will. Yeah, don't worry, Carolyn. Aurora's coming. Aurora's coming. Oh, I've only tried them once, and I remember I was giggling a lot. Yeah, so I mean, I think because I had for those who don't know, I had weight loss surgery, gastric bypass, years ago, and my stomach processes food different than most people. I don't really have the intestinal tract that digests it. Like it goes in and it goes out. So like if I drink alcohol, I will get drunk off of 1 or 2 beers, like super drunk, not like stupid drunk, but like really buzzed. And then about 20 minutes later, boom, I'm sober as a judge. Well, some judges. Oh man. Oh, they're legal in Colorado and can be purchased in dispensaries in Denver. Yeah, how cool is that, man? That's going to be the new, and then like you said, 1 dose has shown to help treat depression. And yeah, that's stuff we need to get into, man. Mother Nature does hold the key to that. Very, very cool. Very, very good, guys. All right, let's get into one more bit before we get into the meat and potatoes of the show, as I like to say, guys. We are going to look at the top marijuana themed pop culture songs. So like songs that have to do with marijuana. So number 3 is missing. I tried to readjust it because I didn't like the song it had chose, and it just skipped number 3 altogether. So if you watch this and you don't see a number 3, that's what happened, guys. Oh, Aurora, she's not a good editor. All right, guys, let's get into this. These are top pop culture pot songs.
Hey there, music and cannabis lovers. This video is brought to you by the Healing Center of Needles, located at 1400 Needles Highway. Today, we're exploring the fascinating intersection between pop music and cannabis culture. We've got a smokin' hot list of the top 5 pop songs that celebrate our favorite herb. These catchy tunes not only made us tap our feet, but also subtly, and sometimes not so subtly, embrace the cannabis culture. So, without further ado, let's dive into the melodies of the top 5 pop songs about cannabis. Kicking off our list at number 5, we have Young, Wild and Free by Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa. This tune is a fun, catchy anthem that celebrates the joys of being young and embracing the cannabis lifestyle. Released in 2011, it quickly rose to fame with lyrics like, "So what we get drunk, so what we smoke weed," resonating with listeners worldwide. It's a song that doesn't shy away from its message, and it's a testament to the free-spirited cannabis culture. This song surely gives us a glimpse into the free-spirited cannabis culture. Our number 4 spot goes to Smoke 2 Joints by Sublime. Catchy tune released in 1992 is an unabashed celebration of cannabis. Lyrics are a literal ode to smoking, with the title pretty much saying it all. Its reggae-infused pop sound, it quickly became a hit among fans. Song's popularity transcends time, keeping it alive in the playlists of cannabis enthusiasts, managed to encapsulate the laid-back, carefree ethos associated with cannabis culture. This song is a classic anthem for cannabis enthusiasts. Coming in at number 3.
All right, guys, so check this out. Let me go maximize here. All right, so check this out. This is where Lonnie brought it up. So this is where Afro Man would have come in. He came in at number 3. I decided to give fucking Afro Man the boot. You want to sleep with fucking rats? Then you could sleep with rats, Afro Man. You want to mess around with Kingman's dirty DJ? Then you mess around with Kingman's dirty DJ. You want to mess around with some low-life scumbag down here in Needles? You mess around with some low-life scumbag. That's cool, Afro Man, but you're not making my list.
Have Hits from the Bong by Cypress Hill. This song is a classic anthem in the cannabis community, with lyrics as straightforward as they come. Released in the early 90s, it quickly became a staple in pop culture, resonating with listeners who partake in the leafy indulgence. The catchy tune and the unabashed celebration of cannabis in the lyrics are what make this song so popular. Cypress Hill definitely knows how to make a hit about hitting the bong. Coming in at number 2, we have Mary Jane by Rick James. This funky tune, released in 1978, is a love letter to cannabis with lyrics that unabashedly celebrate the green goddess. Its catchy beats and Rick's soulful voice have made it a timeless hit. The song's popularity surged not only for its groovy rhythm, but also for its candid embrace of marijuana culture. Rick
That
James's
video.
Mary Jane stands strong as a remarkably influential pop anthem for cannabis lovers. And that concludes our analysis of the top pop song about cannabis. We've journeyed through the rhythmic beats and compelling lyrics of this iconic tune, which stands as a unique testament to the cannabis culture. From the subtle nods to the unabashed celebration, this song invites us to delve into a different facet of this rich and vibrant culture. So, crank up the volume, relax, and let this song transport you. Immerse yourself in the lyrics, each line a story, each word a celebration. There's an entire universe in there, just waiting to be discovered. We'd like to extend a warm thank you to our sponsor, the Healing Center of Needles. Nestled at 1400 Needles Highway, they're your go-to spot for all things calming and restorative. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. We have an array of intriguing topics awaiting you. Until next time, stay groovy and keep the good vibes rolling.
Well, you got to think, Carolyn. Ellen's been through a lot. She's a lot of accusations thrown her way. So now she's working with us under a different name. She's got to keep it dull. Got to keep it. She can't raise her voice, otherwise people. Oh, Aurora Hayes. Oh man. All right. So yeah, that's what happened, guys. Afro Man was number 3, and I decided I didn't want Afro Man on my list. It's my list. I'll do what I want. And so I booted him out. And then when I booted him out, they didn't replace him with anything. So that's what happened. So technically, Afro Man is number 3. Well, I'll give it to him. I don't think they're just accusations. I've heard she was pretty awful. Oh yeah, I just don't want to get sued, so they're accusations. As I don't know, maybe she is suing everyone. Who was it? Brett Favre, the football player. I don't know if you guys know this. He's involved in some freaking big scandal right now. In Mississippi, they were misusing funds for like welfare kids, for like lunches and different government assisted, welfare programs. They took this money and they put it into crazy sports things that they probably shouldn't have. Like, so Brett Favre was there's phone calls and text messages to him calling, I think, the governor or the mayor or somebody up there, pressuring them to build a volleyball court, a new auditorium for his daughter, because his daughter is going to be playing volleyball there for the next 3 years, and he thought those funds should go and allegedly thought those funds should go and to his daughter, not the welfare kids that needed it. And so the big controversy right now. I don't know if he's going to get charged with anything or if it was just him looking like an asshole. But yeah, really, really bad accusations that were pretty true, like text messages and stuff. Anyway, he oh, I was reading comments, guys. He ended up Pat McAfee, who's a podcaster, former football player, I believe. I think he was big in college. He wrestles for WWE sometimes. He has a podcast, pretty popular one, and he brought up this story, just like I'm bringing up this story. Didn't really make too many accusations or anything, and he's getting sued. Brett Favre sued. Actually, Brett Favre went on Twitter and said he was going to take Pat McAfee for everything he had, or some nonsense like that. Like if that even happens anymore, or if it ever even happened. But yeah, man, Brett Favre is on a suing streak, suing anyone who talks about it. I think we slide under his radar. Hey, send me a cease and desist, Brett Favre. I would love to show that on the air. Oh man, and part-time wrestler. Yeah, there you go, Lonnie. There you go. WrestleMania. Didn't he have something with Mr. McMahon or something a couple years back? Yeah, big time there. Big time, Richie, big time. All right, guys. Let's see, what can we get? I got a couple more minutes. I got to start getting ready for work here shortly, guys. Oh, let's see what we can get into. Let's look at some crazy headlines today. We haven't done that in a minute. Crazy news headlines. All right, here we go. Crazy news headlines. from our buddies over at NPR, the most exciting radio there is. All right, guys. Coast Guards arrest man trying to run giant hamster wheel across the Atlantic Ocean. All right, then. Let's light this firecracker. Oh man. Why not? I want to share this with you guys so you guys can see this hamster wheel. There we go. All right. Coast Guard arrests a man trying to run a giant hamster wheel across the Atlantic Ocean. Try as he might, Rizar Balake can't reach his destination without running afoul of the U.S. Coast Guard. The problem is his vessel, a giant floating hamster wheel made by buoys, wire, and self-propelled Balachi running inside. Oh, by him running inside. Balachi, who lives in Florida after being granted asylum from Iran, was taken in by the Coast Guard last week aboard his vessel following several days of back and forth with authorities. According to a criminal complaint filed by U.S. District Court in South Florida, the Coast Guard cutter Valiant came across Balinci in his homemade vessel about 70 nautical miles east of the Tribee Island. On August 26, as the Coast Guard was preparing for Hurricane Franklin, he told officers his destination was London, England, more than 4,000 miles away. Belushi was asked for the vehicle's registration. He said it was registered in Florida, but he couldn't find the registration. Let's look at this thing. Let's look at this thing. It's not registered. The Coast Guard assessed the vessel, known as a hydropod, and determined he was conducting a manifestly unsafe voyage. According to Coast Guard Special Agent Michael Perez, in the complaint, which does not identify Belushi's starting point, the officer then approached Balachi in a small boat and instructed him to join them. They were ending his voyage due to it being unsafe. Balachi replied that he had a 12-inch knife and he would attempt to kill himself if the officers attempted to remove him from his vessel. According to the complaint, the officers returned to the cutter and stayed nearby. When the officers tried again over the next day or so, Belushi to join them in the small boat, Balachi displayed two knives, threatened to hurt himself if officers aborted this vessel. Belushi threatened to blow himself up along with his vessel. The officers saw him holding wires in his hand and believed him. The following day, the second Coast Guard cutter named Campbell arrived a small boat to deliver food and water, and the hurricane was expected. He refused to join and leave his vessel and told the officers the bomb wasn't real. On August, this guy's got some issues, man. August 29th, Campbell once again sent a small boat, and this time was able to safely remove him from the floating hamster wheel. He was brought ashore in Miami Beach last Friday, where he was released on $250,000 bond. Wow. While his case is underway, he's barred from traveling outside the Southern District of Florida and may not go into the ocean or board a vessel on the ocean. This dude's straight banned from the ocean. And it wasn't his first try. He attempted voyages in similar homemade vessels in 2014, 16, and 2021, all which resulted in intervention. Oh man, a man of big dreams, an unorthodox method. That is funny, man. That is funny. This is the hamster wheel. That is freaking funny. Oh man. I love that it wasn't his first attempt either. I got a bomb. I'll cut myself with this knife. Oh, this is one I've heard of, guys. This is actually a pretty decent story. Monster hunters are conducting the largest search of Loch Ness in more than 50 years. Check this out. This just started too, guys. Researchers and monster hunters are gathered in the United Kingdom Scottish Highlands this weekend to look for an eternally elusive Loch Ness monster, the biggest search for the legendary beast in more than 50 years. Somewhere beneath the shimmering surface of Loch Ness lies Nessie, the legendary sea beast whose reputation spans 1,500 years. At least that's what monster hunters and Nessie enthusiasts from around the world had hoped to prove on Saturday and Sunday. The Loch Ness Center and Research Group of Loch Ness Exploration are asking all aspiring monster hunters to join them in their biggest search since 1972 on the purpose to observe, record, and study natural behavior of the loch and the phenomenon that may be more challenging to explain. The Loch Ness Exploration Facebook page reads, "If you believe that Loch Ness monster exists, then we invite you to join in the search. We equally invite you to support the study of the loch and natural behaviors of the elements that may root cause for these strange reports from Loch Ness." Investigators are breaking out all sorts of technology, including surveying equipment. Loch Ness Center says they've never been used. Says has never been used on freshwater lake before. Drones with infrared cameras will fly over the lake, and a hydrophone will be used to surface to detect Nessie-like calls. Wow, they're really getting all technical on this, man. Volunteers will participate in the large surface, watch the loch, scanning the surface for irregularity. You guys know. However, due to overwhelming demand from enthusiasts, the group is no longer accepting applications. Oh man, they got so many people. A 22 square mile and a maximum depth of 788 feet. Loch Ness is the Great Britain's largest lake by volume and second largest lake by surface area, according to Encyclopedia Britannica. Through the first written accounts of the monsters are attributed to the Irish monk St. Columba's encounter in 565 AD. Reports that creatures in the lake are depicted in an ancient stone carving found in the area. But the legend of a monster lurking in the loch didn't garner greater attention until April of 1933, when a couple driving along the newly built road around the lake saw an animal they compared to a dragon or prehistoric monster. According to the Scottish Maritime Museum, more sightings soon followed. And a big game hunter, Marmaduke Weatherall. That sounds like a game hunter. That sounds like some cartoon character. Dudley Do-Right's got to battle Marmaduke Weatherall. Was commissioned to track the monster down in December of 1933. He said he found large tracks along the shoreline, but zoologists in the Natural History Museum debunked the tracks. Oh, Marmaduke. The following year, Scottish physician Robert Wilson took the photo, the infamous photo, guys. So what do you think about this, guys? Do you think Loch Ness real or myth? What do you guys think? The Loch Ness monster, real or myth? Let me know. Blow up those comments, guys. Blow up those comments. Oh, we lost the chat. Oh, my God. Let's see what we got here. Hey, Chris, how you doing, buddy? How you doing? Hey, you got a birthday coming up real soon, don't you? I was just thinking that. Remind me, Chris. Remind me when your birthday is. Yeah, so what do you guys think? Loch Ness monster, real or fake? I have Loch Ness monster tattooed on my arm. Do you really, back to retro? That's pretty cool, actually. It's a plesiosaur. Is it acid plesiosaur? It's a plesiosaur? Sounds like a dish you'd eat at a Chinese restaurant. Yeah, I want the plesiosaur, please. Oh, you already did a debunk on that not too long ago. Did I? Oh, man. All right. Let's get into this next one, guys. Let's see here. Old Loch Ness. Let's see. People are freaking out over a question mark seen in space that scientists that they can explain. Let's check this out. Whoa, that is a question mark. Huh. The James Webb Space Telescope recently captured a stunning new image of what scientists call a pair of active forming stars. But eagle-eyed viewers are quick to seize an even tinier and to some more intriguing detail at the bottom of the frame is an orange formation of the unmistakable shape of a question mark, tail and all, with the dot. It's it's God saying, "Are you going to let you live, or am I going to let you die?" The photo is actually a composite of a half dozen infrared images. Went viral on social media on sites like X, formerly Twitter, and Reddit. After a European Space Agency shared it last month, declaring it not a hoax. The aliens known we found them, and now they're just messing with us, one Reddit user wrote. The photo shows a tightly bound pair of young stars known as Hebrig Hero 46 and 47, surrounded by a disk of gas and dust, dotted by distinct galaxies and stars in the background. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow, look at that. You guys look at that. You can see it. I mean, my eyes are bad, and I can even see that. That's interesting. ESA says that that star is important to study because it's only a few thousand years old. And since stars take millions of years to form, its young age offers researchers a chance to observe how stars gather mass over time. Yeah, that is interesting. I think we all enjoy finding familiar shapes in the sky. Yeah, you know what, man? You think about it. We what is it? Clouds. Clouds. You know, when we look at clouds in the sky, you're like, oh, it's a cloud. You know, it looks like Marilyn Manson wearing a bustier, whatever you guys see in the sky. All right, Rosie, you gotta go bathroom, huh? Give me 1 minute. I'll wrap it up. All right. So yeah, you know what? We've been doing that for a long time. I don't know if it's a disease or like it's not a disease, it's a condition. I've seen it on the internet, so you can't believe it. But that when you can see faces in like shapes and that kind of stuff, I have that. Like I can look at tile and see faces and the designs in there and stuff. I don't know what it means. It's just something. You know, that picture had Ghost Rider. um, yeah. So I mean, you know what? I mean, the humankind, we do that. That's our thing. But that definitely was a question mark. So what do you guys think? You guys think it was the aliens saying, "Well, you thought we were here. We're not," or what was that, guys? Blow up those comments. I'm gonna get out of here, guys. I gotta go do my thing. It's Friday, though. It's Friday. I want you guys to go out, have a great weekend, guys. We will be back. That's what happens when I eat mushrooms. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm going to get out of here. Get in on these giveaways, guys. Quickly. Encino Man. Hashtag Encino. Clueless. Hashtag Clueless, guys. Get in on this thing. Today on Baked and Unboxed, guys, it's your last chance. I'm giving you to 2 o'clock. Scary Terry. Check that out. Rick and Morty. Hashtag ST. Hashtag Rick or Morty. Look at that. And that's going to be today's giveaway. No, Frankenstein is today's giveaway, guys. Boom. Hashtag Frank. Look at that thing, man. Nice. And you get a pair of socks with it too, Frankenstein socks. So hashtag Frank. And that's going to be today's giveaway, guys. Baked and Unboxed today, we have the BAM Geek Box that we're going to unload, guys, unbox and give some cool shit away. You know we'll have an appetizer. You know we're going to be doing an appetizer ahead of time. So join us at 4:20 for Baked and Unboxed today, guys. You will not regret it. All right, guys, appreciate you. I'm going to get out of here. Frank needs socks. So Frank and socks. All right, guys, I appreciate you. I will see you at 420.
Thank you for joining us on the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. Broadcasting worldwide and brought to you by thedailydank.com. Check out our merchandise and amazing content. And follow us on all our social media. Now, you don't have to go home.